Chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the ranking member as well, and I thank you, Mr. Cordray, for appearing today. I want to compliment you over here. I want to compliment you on your fine job that you're doing. Look forward to working with you. Do have a couple of concerns that I'd like to call to your attention.
Okay.
As the ranking member indicated, over our district work period, and I do emphasize work period, not break. There seems to be a misunderstanding about what we do. Over the district work...
I don't misunderstand it. I know how hard you work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Over the district work period, as she indicated, many of us decided that we would visit some of the community banks, smaller banks. I visited at least 3 of them, and upon visiting with them, I was amazed at some of the things that were presented to me. To be very honest with you, the term paperwork is a nebulous term until you have an opportunity to see what paperwork actually looks like from the point of view of a smaller bank, an institution that has one person possibly multitasking, doing more than one thing within the bank. All proper, of course. But after having this opportunity to visit with the smaller banks, many of whom keep loans on their portfolios, I am absolutely convinced, Mr. Cordray, that they need some help. And I'm going to work with the ranking member to do all that I can to provide them some assistance. But I just want to add my voice to her voice in letting you know that I believe that there sincerely really is a problem that needs our attention for the smaller community banks. So in the weeks, months to come, perhaps we'll talk to you more about it. I did ask that they provide proposed solutions. So at some point I'll start to get these proposed solutions in. I will visit with the ranking member before passing them on, but I hope that we will be able to help you with at least some thoughts as to how we might provide some degree of help for them. Now, moving to several things that have been called to my attention. The second appraisal for the smaller lenders, loans that are maintained on portfolios under $250,000. Yep. How are you proposing to address this concern that's been raised?
So that's an example. First of all, Congressman, I very much share your point of view about the smaller institutions, community banks, credit unions. I've said time and again, they really were not at all causes of the financial crisis, and we should not be oppressive in our responses in how that may affect their operations. So we did draw special provisions that I mentioned earlier to the Chairman for the qualified mortgage rule, that smaller creditors who make loans and keep them in portfolio of the kind you just described are deemed to be qualified mortgages regardless of other aspects of that rule, and have a safe harbor from litigation, which is designed to help them feel confident of continuing to make the kinds of loans they make that work very well and support our communities. So that's essentially how we're trying to address that. I'm always interested to hear more from the smaller institutions. That's why we have a credit union advisory council. That's why we have a community bank advisory council, so that we can know how we're affecting them, which otherwise we don't know because we don't examine them directly. So anything you want to pass on to us, or any way we can hear from you about what you're hearing. We're probably hearing it already, but just in case, we'd like to have you
Thank you.
share.
Let me move forward to sophisticated borrowers and the counseling, homeownership counseling. Many of these persons have net worths that are fairly substantial if you're a sophisticated borrower. Has there been any thought given to how you will address these persons in their home ownership counseling requirements?
You're talking about unsophisticated borrowers, or?
Well, I'm talking about those who happen to be high net worth.
Oh,
persons.
I see.
Yes.
So high net worth borrowers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that doesn't generally seem to me to be an area of great concern at the Bureau. What we saw recently is that jumbo loans being made to higher net worth borrowers are actually being offered now at an interest rate in the market, surprisingly and historically odd, below that for other borrowers. So high net worth borrowers, I think, generally take care of themselves very well, and institutions serve them We have no problem with any of that that I'm aware of.
Is there a requirement of counseling for a high net worth borrower?
I'm not familiar with that, but I'm happy to get back to you.
Thank you.
Time of the gentleman has expired. Chair